What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Fanatics podcast. I'm Nathan. I'm here with Spencer. You want to say hello?
What's up?
We got another tiers video. Today we've got tight ends. But first, I'll make sure you follow us on Twitter at the FFFanatics3. We'll be answering all your questions throughout the season. Check out our website, thefffanatics.com. If you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Fantasy Fanatics. We've got a ton of tight ends here. We're just going to get right into it. Spencer, you want to start with Darren Waller?
Yeah, I think this one's easy. Tight end one. He may be the number 2 option for the first time, but he's still a stud. He's kind of like a better Kyle Pitts. You might not like that, but I think he is more. Is athletic the word? No, probably not. But I do think he is a better receiver than Kyle Pitts.
I think that is absurd.
I don't know why I'm hooked on this comparison. Darren Waller's a stud. He's shown that. I don't think there's much explanation.
All right, Brevin Jordan, I am going to put him on the bench, just solely because he could end up being the number 2 receiving option in Houston. That's for that reason alone.
Yep. He's super athletic too.
Yep.
Austin Hooper, I'm going to put right above Brevin Jordan. Some people might argue here. He got that big bag with Cleveland and didn't do anything. He just caused David Njoku to get a bigger bag.
Mm-hmm.
But now he's signed in an offense that likes to use their tight ends a lot. Jonnu Smith, they made Anthony Ferkser fantasy relevant last year. So if it's going to work anywhere, it could be that play action offense with Tennessee.
Yep. Dallas Goddard, I'm going to put him at the very top of tight end 2. The only reason why he's not the back end of tight end 1 is just because there's more mouths to feed there with A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, the 3 running backs we mentioned before, and Jalen Hurts as well. But super talented. Zach Ertz had to leave for a reason because Goddard's just that dude. He's a very good receiver.
I'm going to put Dawson Knox behind Goddard. Touchdown machine, but is probably the 3rd option in that offense. They got a ton of running backs. Steph Diggs is going to get his targets. Odell's going to get his targets. And actually, Odell is going to join the team
around
like
Here we go.
10, 11. So 2 Odells, Steph Diggs, running backs, Josh Allen running.
Clear scare.
Some people pushing that tight end 1 narrative. Not me.
All right. Dalton Schultz, tight end 1. Very back end tight end 1. I think it's going to be the number 2 option. Big fan of waiting to draft him in your leagues. You normally can get him for a great value, going about tight end 6-ish. I think he's super talented, and he got kind of interrupted by injuries last year a little bit. But if he stays healthy the whole year, I think easy tight end 1 numbers.
Jonnu Smith will hit the waivers. I don't think you should draft him. He's got to prove that he's the best tight end on his own team, which I don't think he will.
Fair.
I'm surprised he even made this list. Kind of like Kenny Golladay, he snuck on the list.
All right, Jelani Woods, a.k.a. Mo Alley Cox 2.0. I'm going to put him on the bench just because he has not I'm going to put it at the very top of the bench just because he has not solidified that tight end 1 role yet. But assuming he does, I think he's got a lot of potential.
He's absolutely free in drafts right now. It's so surprising.
He is. It's just, is he going to be their tight end 1? That's the only thing.
I will put Hayden Hurst right after Austin Hooper because the potential. We had him in our sleepers. Joe Burrow. If Joe Burrow is his quarterback, I think he has the potential to be a tight end too. Maybe if an injury happens, you don't want to wish injury, but maybe if one of the top pass catchers go down, he moves up. I think he could be. Do you think he gets drafted most leagues? Tight end leagues? I don't think so.
Nah, no, I really don't.
So he could really be like a top waiver choice one week.
Yeah, for sure.
But
Kyle Pitts, put him top of tight end 1 for now, ahead of Waller. I think total freak. He's going to be the first option in that offense. I think I'm higher than most, and most people are high on him. I think he's going to walk to the Hall of Fame. I'll say it. You can quote me now. Dude's an absolute animal. Runs like a gazelle. 6'5", 6'6". Hands like glue. So can't go wrong.
You were obsessed with some Kyle Pitts.
And only caught 1 touchdown last year. That's the crazy part.
Pat Fryermuth behind Dawson Knox. He is very talented, but there are just quarterback questions. They have a lot of good receivers, good running back, O-line questions. I think the talent is there. I think that's another one of those Pittsburgh steals, but just a lot of offensive questions.
All right. Irv Smith, I'm going to put right behind Fryermuth. Last year, obviously, got derailed because of injury. He's back healthy this year. I mean, he seems like every year he's people's breakout candidate. He's going to be at best their third option. So I think I would limit expectations a little bit, but very talented player.
Cam Brate is with Jonnu Smith, who somehow snuck on this list. Maybe he was a thing before they signed Kyle Rudolph. But, I mean, he's the second tight end who might catch 3 or 4 touchdowns, but it's going to be irrelevant.
Yeah.
But
Evan Egram, I'm going to put at the top of the bench, right above Jelani Woods. Super talented, just never worked out for whatever reason in New York. Now he's in Jacksonville. Maybe Trevor Lawrence can unlock his potential. He runs like a deer. Just can't he string it together? I could see him easily being I could realistically see him being their number 2 option. So I'd stash him on your bench.
This might be unpopular, but I can't, can I? No. We'll move Zach Ertz to the top of tight end 1. Or I mean top of tight end 2. That might be high for some people, but Kyler Murray has got to throw the ball to somebody while Hopkins is gone. Even with Hopkins there, Zach Ertz might be that touchdown guy.
Mm-hmm.
He was really good. I think it was the end of last year, or maybe it was the middle. I can't remember when, but he had a really good stretch where Kyler Murray was just chucking him the ball.
Yeah.
And he's still Zach Ertz, I think. He's up there in age, but this might be, after talking, we'll move behind Dallas Goddard.
Yeah, I would take Goddard personally.
I would take him over Knox though.
Okay. Next, we got Logan Thomas. I'm going to put him just above Irv Smith. Last year, cut short because of injury, but super talented guy. It's just he's going to be catching balls from Carson Wentz, so I just don't think it's dependable, but you can't hate the talent.
Hunter Henry, I'm going to put him right above Pat Fryermuth. Just the touchdowns. He's kind of like Dawson Knox.
Yep.
But just not as athletic. He caught touchdowns while he was with the Chargers the whole time, and all he did last year was catch touchdowns. So just touchdown machine. Not going to do much else, but just touchdowns.
Kyle Rudolph, I'm going to leave him on waivers as well. I just don't think either tight end in Tampa is going to be relevant with all those pass catchers.
Yeah, he's another one who just catches touchdowns. Noah Fant, not a huge fan. I will put him right after Evan Egram, I think. Yeah. I was hoping, I drafted him in a lot of my leagues last year. The quarterback situation was terrible, but, he let me down last year, and there's no way he breaks out this year with Geno or Drew Lock again.
Yep. O.J. Howard, I'm going to leave him on waivers as well. Tight end 2 behind Dawson Knox. I just don't see him. It would take an injury to Knox for him to get any playing time. And then he would be relevant just because of that offense, but with Knox healthy, I don't see any role for O.J. Howard.
Yep. Robert Tanyan, I'm going to put him above Logan Thomas. I'm a huge fan of Robert Tanyan. He's another one who just catches touchdowns. A lot of these guys just catch touchdowns, but Robert Tanyan's a little bit different. He had that 1 year, 2 years ago, where he was just outrageous. He was like a top 5 tight end.
Mm-hmm.
And I've talked about it in the sleepers. I've talked about it in the must-draft tight ends. He is a must-draft at the current ADP of 20.
Right. Completely agree. Hawkinson, I'm going to put behind Schultz, back end tight end 1. Super talented. The offense should be improved. Jared Goff, I think, will have a improved year. And all the weapons around Hawkinson will take a lot of the attention away. Used to, he would just get doubled. But now I think they've got enough weapons to where he's going to be able to get those 1v1s, and I think he'll be able to capitalize.
David Njoku in this list of potential breakouts, but I'd put him with the awful quarterback situation. I put him above Jelani Woods. I'm also going to put Austin Hooper above Jelani Woods, I think.
Okay.
I think so, just because those last three are kind of like breakout players.
Yeah.
Even though Hayden Hurst has kind of already had his breakout. Yeah, I feel comfortable with David Njoku right there. Off a quarterback situation, it's always been, is David Njoku going to break out? And it's always no.
Yeah. George Kittle, I'm going to put right behind Darren Waller. Him and Waller are kind of neck and neck in most drafts. The only reason I'm taking Waller is I just think that offense is going to be more pass heavy than the 49ers will be. But Kittle's a freak. If you get him, if he comes off the board as tight end 5, I think you're getting great value.
Yeah, I think he's very interchangeable with these three, with Kyle Pitts and Darren Waller.
Okay.
But Mike Gesicki, I am not a huge fan. I'm putting him after Dallas Goddard. A lot of
higher than me.
Some people might, if he wasn't the QB1 last year, getting Tyreek Hill is certainly not going to help him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I will move him behind Dawson Knox. I just not a huge fan of the quarterback. I've made that known, and he's probably the third option in a bad offense or a bad quarterback.
All right. Big Rig Hig, I'm going to put right behind Tanyan. Tight end 2. He's probably going to be the third option in the passing game. Maybe fourth with Van, but I think Higbee is very talented. He's shown a couple of years in a row he'll show these spurts where he can produce tight end 1 upside, but that's just not consistent enough for me to move him higher.
Yeah, you love you some Big Rig.
Love me some Big Rig Hig.
I'm gonna put Albert O right above Tanyan. Russ loves his tight ends. I think this will be the breakout year for Big Albert O. I think it's his third year. He's always had Noah Fant in front of him. I think Russ. I think he's going to be Russ's sleeper target. Everybody's talking about Jerry Jeudy and Courtland Sutton. Nobody's talking about Albert O.
Okay. Mark Andrews, top tight end 1 for now. I know you'll probably put Kelsey.
Very short-lived. Very short-lived. Some people are taking Mark Andrews. I think ESPN actually has Mark Andrews ranked higher at the moment.
I prefer Kelsey.
I prefer Kelsey also. Better quarterback, more targets, more catches, probably maybe not more touchdowns. But
you can't go wrong with either though.
No, Travis Kelsey is just automatic, it feels like though.
Yep. Gerald Everett. I'm going to put Gerald Everett right above Irv Smith, I think. He's shown he's got talent. He's going to be probably the 4th, maybe 5th option in that offense, but he's very talented, great offense. I just don't think he's going to get enough looks to be relevant.
Yeah, I mean, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen with Justin Herbert. Cole Kmet. Oh, this one's a tough one. I think I'll put him right above Mike Gesicki. I think so. Justin Fields loves Cole Kmet. The talent's there. Just a bad offense, but him and Darnell Mooney are the only one fighting for targets.
Yep, that's exactly right. Last CJ Zoma. I'm going to put him on the bench. I'll put him right above Njoku probably. He showed in Cincinnati that he can produce when called upon. I just don't think he's going to get enough looks in New York. Bad offense, likely bad quarterback play. Just a tough spot overall.
Got himself a bag though, so good for CJ.
Yeah, good for him, but happy for him. I just don't think it's going to translate to fantasy production.
Yeah, but that will do the tier list series. I think this was a pretty fun series. I think, like I said,
sure.
I think next week we got to do some handcuff rankings.
For sure.
I love the tier list. Maybe midway through the season we do another one.
Yeah. Let's do it.
We've got to take this, and I just thought about it. We've got to take this and put this on our website for the tier list.
Yeah, I like it.
These exact ones. But that's going to do it. Make sure you follow the FF Fanatics 3 on Twitter. Check out the website, thefffanatics.com, and we'll see you in